Hi, Chris Kuzmal here. Today we're going to describe the first helper method that supports rotation, in particular left rotation. The name of the helper method is resetRChildForLeftRotate. This is, in other words, a helper for left rotate, and it resets the right child for the node of interest. The tree on the left corresponds to the diagram you will find in Corman, Liserson, and Rivest. That has a node X with a left child of alpha, a right child of Y, and the node Y has a left child of beta and a right child of gamma. And our goal here is to begin, not complete, but begin doing left rotation. And the function, the method, returns a node, okay? And that's going to be the node that is the new parent, as it were. And this is useful for supporting further helper methods. You don't really have to return if you inline this function, then you don't actually need a return value as such. The name is reset right child for left rotate, and it takes an argument, a node n. Which node is it? It's the node highlighted here. So just to go back and forth, you see we replaced x with n in our naming here. That then the next thing we're going to do is we're going to change the name of y to old nr. Old n's right child is the meaning of that variable name. And we get that by getting the right child of n. Next, what we do is we look at the left child. We get the left child of old, what is now called old nr, and that left arrow off of old nr is pointing to beta, and that is returned. And what we're going to do is we're going to set the right child of n to that old nr's left child. And so that's what that line does. On our next line, we're checking to see whether or not beta, which is old nr's left child, we're checking to see whether or not beta is null. And as long as that's not null, then we can operate on that. And old nr's left child, we're going to set its parent to be n. So and we don't actually have arrows pointing up for parents because I think that would clutter the diagram, but every child also points to its parent with the, and that's indicated by the get parent and implicitly by the set parent. And so we explicitly identify that beta now points to n, where before it was pointing to old nr. And we return old nr. That's the node that we return. And this movement of old nr isn't anything that happens in the code or in the computer as such, but conceptually it raises up and it's becoming in the status of a parent. But you'll notice also that left pointing arrow off of old nr is not changed by this helper. This is the state that we're ready to do the next step of rotation with. And it's a sort of a natural reconfiguration that's happened so far. We've reset the right child for left rotation. And now old nr's left child is going to have to be reset and other things. But now we are done with the first helper method for rotation.